All right. 1, 2, 3. Another shade of blue.
Here we go.
Episode 18. We're moving up. We're moving up. Almost 20 episodes already.
Yeah, 18, but we should be like probably like 30.
Yeah, we're inconsistent right now. We're like Allen Houston in 1996 for the Knicks. Every once in a while, he have those 40-point games, and you're like, uh-oh, he's here, and then he don't score for another 10 games, and then we're like Michael Conforto for modern times. He has a 3-week stretch where you can't get him out, and then the rest of the season he stinks. So
who is it on the NBA show with Shaq and Chuck?
Kenny Smith.
Chuck's always missing. Like he'll be there, and then he's not. He'll be there, and then he's not.
Right. He
probably falls asleep at home and forgets about the show.
Oh yeah, like Keith Hernandez does during the Met games. They're like, Keith, they look over, he's knocked out. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
That's crazy.
What a series though. You guys just had with the Giants, and now the Braves are right there too, man.
Man, yeah, I don't know that series against the Giants. That was a big series because, I mean, it doesn't get bigger than that. The Giants and Dodgers. I mean, it does, but it's here in California.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, even in a lot of sports in general, like the Dodgers Giants rivalry, that's a big thing.
Yeah, it's a shame that it wasn't a 7-game series. I didn't like that, right? The 5-game, you shortchanged the fans. Like,
well, yeah, but even then, like it's a miracle, or it's really rare for 2 teams from the same division to even play in the DS.
Especially with 100-something wins apiece.
Because that's the first time it's ever happened.
Oh really?
Where the Dodgers and Giants played each other in the postseason. First time ever.
Oh my God. Wow.
Yeah.
Congratulations on that, by the way. That was
thank you.
Good series, man. That was crazy. And I'm not a fan of either team, and I was glued to the thing. But I got interest now in the Dodgers because of you anyway, so I'm constantly looking over. I'm glad
it wasn't easy because Max Muncy got injured, and he's our giant killer. He's always he owns them, dude, and we didn't have him because he dislocated his elbow. He might not come back for the whole rest of the season. So
he's a Met killer too. Muncy goes
freaking against the Braves right now too. Muncy's still out. Justin Turner can't hit a damn thing. Trey Turner sucks right now too.
Pujols your best hitter, and Betts is coming alive too.
Yeah, Pujols, man. Pujols, what in game 1 he was 2 for 3 at one point, and then he got taken out. I don't understand what Dave Roberts did. He was the hottest hitter that game, then he gets taken out.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
But Betts, every time he got on base, it seemed like something was happening. Every time he gets on, he makes something happen. That's the thing. You can't measure wins with him because it's like he does stuff sometimes that doesn't show up. But because when I seen Betts, I'm watching on my phone as I'm going home, just the game cast. So I'm not seeing it live. I'm seeing the updates. Once I seen Betts get on, I said Dodgers are going to win that game because you showing up. He's still second. That he always somehow winds up on third, and then he's home. That's the type of player he is. He's just an excellent player.
You talking about the game 5?
Game 5, yep. Once I seen him get on base, and then it said Betts stole second or something, I said it's over.
Yeah.
He gets on and just makes stuff.
Yeah, happen. And see, we were red hot in that game or whatever. We did really good, and then yesterday we just couldn't do a damn thing against the Braves. I mean, we beat ourselves too, though.
Yeah, but
that was ugly. It was ugly.
The Braves are a team of destiny, it seems like this year, man. They weren't supposed to make the playoffs. What's up, Ron? Ron's in the house, by the way. Ron's up in the house. Ron's here. We're dressed in black. We going to a funeral. We dressed in black. Our teams are cooked. But
I got nothing to say, man.
He don't even have Kyrie right now. So
I was in Harlem.
You guys lost today. How the Giants 38-11?
Yeah. He acts like he don't know. You guys lost today, right? Yeah, no shit. We gotta ask it. We gotta ask it.
I was in Harlem, so I just got home. I knew better than to watch that shit. So on my bad.
Shout out to my boy Freddie Ortega because he texted me the same thing. He said, "You actually watching the game?" I said, "Yeah, I'm watching it."
We got too many injuries, man. That's the problem.
Every time a guy gets tackled, he's out. It's ridiculous. Jared got the permanent smile going.
Yeah, what's with the face, man?
He got the permanent smile. I think
he just froze like that. Like that's how it is. This how this life
that's
is.
That's so disrespectful, though. Look at that. Look at that smirk. That's so disrespectful to us. You know, living in New York is hard enough, bro. And now our team suck too. Like, come on, give us something to want.
Look, he just straight frozen like that. This is our life right now.
I know this is a shame.
That's how it works.
He's all beautiful weather. He's over there, sunshine. Teams don't lose, except for yesterday. Teams don't lose. The Niners suck though. But then I gotta throw something at him. But it's like, come on, man, throw us a bone every now and then. Even you as a Net fan right now, you ain't got much going on.
Oh, then that's all right. We'll be all right.
Yeah, you guys are gonna go to playoffs and stuff, but championship, I don't know. But we'll get into that.
You're crazy. We might as well get into it now. He frozen. He ain't got nothing to say. He got no input.
We'll get into it. We'll get into it. I'll let Jared take over.
He got the World Series grin right there. You see that?
I'm just saying that we froze like that. It's kind of creepy, and it's like spooky, bizarre. It's like creepy. It's just weird. It's just all around just strange. But yeah, he just froze like that, though, bro.
So bad, man. It's so bad.
Yeah, it's a shame, man, with what's happening with our teams. But you know, my thing is they're doing the same thing that they did to Eli Manning. Why are you having this guy just throw pick after pick after pick, and then his final stat line looks like it's his problem? It's not his fault. Stop putting Daniel Jones in predicaments where he's constantly throwing, where he has 4 interceptions on something, and then it looks like it's his problem to the people who don't watch the Giants. And we damn sure know it's not his damn problem. The team stinks.
We suck.
Come on.
We suck.
Ridiculous.
I've just been watching the Ravens, so
it's something to watch.
Yeah.
Thank God for fantasy football.
Watching Lamar Jackson is a sight to see.
Yeah, it is. It is. I told everyone about him. My dad and I. Well, my
Giants could have had him, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Giants could have had everybody, man.
He just frozen like this. I just want to punch him in the face right now.
It's a sight to see. It's a sight to see.
A punchable face.
Yeah, like he's just like watching us from afar, like, and he's just laughing at us. Look at that.
Loving it. Living in and loving it. Look at just it's like a pig in slop right now. Look at
it. It's a meme, man. Like that is
a meme.
It's a meme, right? That is crazy.
How's your team doing this year? They just show them that picture.
Yeah, just show them that picture. And we were all pissed. We dressed in black. We don't know what we got going on. It's a shame, man. It just sucks, bro.
It shouldn't. I mean, it's crazy, man. It shouldn't be this bad, man.
We have some talent. You know, thank God the Knicks are undefeated in the preseason, and you know, Rangers are decent. Oh, Jared's back.
You back?
We have another Jared in the house, actually. How many Jareds is there? All right, so we have 2 Jareds now.
No, yeah, we got the 2 Jareds. We got the asshole Jared over here, and then we got regular.
What
Jared
happened?
We got 2 Jareds here. Look, you got one where you're just laughing at our pity. And
is that one still there?
Yeah, you're permanently frozen on the screen.
What the hell?
That's insane, bro.
How do you get rid of that one?
I'm surprised you just don't want to keep it up, Jared. There you go.
No, I was right here. I was trying to get my laptop cut off, and then I was sitting here on my YouTube watching, and then I could just see I looked all over it. I could tell you guys felt awkward, like, oh, he's just sitting there looking at us.
just like from a distance, just getting away
you from can't kick that one off.
I'm trying. I don't remove. Yep.
There it goes.
We are good to go. Yep. The other Jared, Bizarro Jared, is gone.
I don't know what the hell. My computer's never done that. I don't know.
What a time to have that face too, right? Like right at the right moment. It was perfect. It was a meme. It was a meme. No doubt about it.
No, I luckily I wasn't like all like retired looking like all like.
Unbelievable. Right now, we just, it's a state of sorrow for us. But let's talk about your Dodgers with the Braves, because that's gonna be a hell of a series. I think that's going 6.
Yeah. Well, yesterday I was telling my friend and uncle that if we're gonna have a bullpen game, I'd rather get it out of the way in the first game. I mean, if we win, that's a win-win. If we lose, the Braves are supposed to win at least one at home, anyways, in the first two.
Right? They're home.
But our bullpen didn't do that bad. It was our bats didn't do a damn thing, so we could have won it.
Yeah.
And then Chris Taylor, he got picked off. He looked all stupid out there on the rounding second. He should have either stayed or just kept going. He would have made it to third.
He got surpassed though, because he brought you guys to game 5, right? He hit that walk off.
Chris Taylor and Will Smith, like the two underrated players that nobody ever talks about. They're the ones who've been carrying us, even last year.
Yeah, well, I told you Taylor was clutch last year.
That's last year when I started calling him Chris Clutch Taylor, because you never know what he's gonna do.
And let's give Billings some credit,
because he plays left field, and usually right when we take Pollock out of left field, that's when something happens, and Chris Taylor's luckily out there, and he can make those plays that Pollock can't.
Right.
So yeah, Chris Taylor's good, but it's also Dave Roberts. People hate Dave Roberts, I know, but he knows what he's doing too, because he takes him out right at the perfect moment where Chris Taylor's out there.
You know what though? It's a shame what's happened to the major league managers, because you see when they asked Dave Roberts why he went with a bullpen game, and he said, "Oh, that come from the tippity top." So it's to the point where MLB managers are just not making decisions anymore. So you got some nerds on a laptop in front office, and they're relaying it downstairs what moves to make and stuff, and that's just crazy to me. The MLB manager has just been completely vanished, like their role. What do? You're like a shop steward or something? I mean, what's the role of an MLB manager now? So you're going to tell me if Dave Roberts goes on his gut, they'll remove him after? Look what they did to the guy in St. Louis. He didn't agree with the decisions the analytic guys were making. He won. Well, what? Come on. And what you win?
Probably a good thing though. I mean, when it comes to Dave Roberts, like personally, like he does some dumbass calls every now and then.
But you think that's him or is that upstairs?
Like for the past few years, he's done some dumb shit. And they'll ask him too in the post game, like, "Why'd you do this?" And he'll say, "Because I wanted to, and I thought that was the right decision." So he never says it came from the top.
Okay, because this time he said it's coming from the tippity top. It seemed like he was pissed off about it. He said this comes from the tippity top. It seemed like he was like
the bullpen game yesterday.
Yeah, the bullpen game. Yup.
Yeah, because they were supposed to start Scherzer yesterday.
Yeah, and they used him as a closer. That's crazy. I never seen nothing like. I don't know.
Scherzer didn't close yesterday.
No, the game. I mean, game 5 that he closed, right?
Yeah,
they used him as a closer.
The check swing. Just... Yeah, that was a check swing. I don't know.
Yeah, and of course it was Wilmer Flores. Ex-Met.
Oh, yeah.
He's the one that has a controversial. That was a check swing. But
that happened to us last year too. It was like a big game in the Giants. It was the same guy, Dylan Ruff. He check swung and he went far. No, it was earlier this year, I think. Yeah, in the regular season, he went far. It was a swing, man. But the first base umpire said he didn't swing, and the next thing you know, they get a walk-off hit. And that should have been strike 3 to end the game. So, hey, that was that one game we should have got.
Yeah, it evens out. I guess it evens out as the year goes. You get one call go your way, the other time it doesn't. But they have to do something with it. To be honest,
I didn't give a damn. I don't care. I hate the Giants, so
I know. Listen, you take them when you could get them.
Yeah.
There's nothing with that. Take the calls when
you
can get them.
Everyone's saying that, we're playing the injured Braves and the NLCS. It's not our fault they got there.
No, but they were.
They made it.
They were injured. That's when they started playing good. When they got injured. That's the thing. What's the
other dude? They don't got a Zuna, huh? Is he still arrested out there?
Yeah, he's still beating his wife somewhere. And then you have Albies.
Albies was playing yesterday.
I mean, not Albies. What's the other guy they have? Acuna.
Yeah, he's out. Yeah.
Yeah, this still somewhere beating his wife somewhere, but I digress there. But I listen. I hate the Braves probably more than any team ever, because I think they're the ones that destroyed my childhood.
You say that about every team we talk about.
No, but it's the Braves though. I mean, Ron, you're a Met fan like me, and you come from the same era as me. You don't hate the Braves like from '90s. from all the 99, 2000 when they had Maddox, Glavine, Smoltz, John Rocker.
I hated him, but I didn't because I liked Greg Maddux. I liked Tom Glavine.
I like.
But did you like him when he was shutting the Mets down all the time?
Well, no, of course not.
All right, there we go. There we go.
He was a Dodger for 1 year when he was like 40.
I just get everybody.
Listen, I low key like the Giants more than I like the Dodgers.
All right, at least see Ron's keeping it real. No, but see the thing is, I'm trying to go the other way.
Who was the pitcher with the long hair? Tim
Lincecum.
Yeah, that's it.
The freak. They call him the freak, right?
You can't hate on Barry Bonds,
bro.
Yeah. Can't hate on Bonds. You can hate on Bonds, though.
Why?
Well, he was a cheater, and the thing is,
he cheated because everybody else started cheating.
He cheated a little bit more. His head was growing,
and he never got caught.
And he never got caught, but his head grew like 10 hat sizes. That's not normal.
Listen, man, if you out here busting your head, listen, you out here putting MVP years up, and then you got somebody like Mark McGwire coming along and hitting like 70 home runs.
Yeah,
I'm gonna start juicing too.
But he didn't need to I'm gonna do it. Because look at his stats in Pittsburgh. He was an excellent player. He didn't need to juice. He was a 5-tool guy. He didn't. No, but
I think what it is. I think if you want to call it ego, I don't think it's really ego. I think it's baseball. It's the fact that like you're the man. You're purely doing it. You're naturally doing it, and then you got like, come on. I mean, like Mark McGwire has been a good player, right?
Bash Brothers.
But like Sammy Sosa was never like a star, and he just came out of nowhere, and just like that put Barry Bonds in a place where he's like, you know what? If everybody else is gonna do it, I might as well. If we're gonna ruin the game, then I might as well ruin it with everybody.
And that's what I said too. I've said that a couple of times when it comes to steroids, like and cheating. I guess cheating is steroids, but if it's not combat sports, I honestly don't care. If I go to a game and I see home runs getting crushed and shit, then you know I don't mind.
Because you still have the argument. You still have to hit the ball.
You still have to make contact.
Yeah, and that's the hardest thing to do in any sport is hit that ball from a pitcher.
True. That
any sport, that's the hardest thing to do.
It is.
So,
no doubt. I mean, but like I said before, I just get pissed off because he didn't need to do it. That's why he was so good anyway. You know, like Brady Anderson from the Orioles, maybe he hit 55 or 50 home runs or whatever, but the rest of his years he stunk. So you
look at Ken Griffey Jr. Ken Griffey Jr. was clean. He was.
If he wasn't injured,
all-time favorite player.
You see how fast he broke down. His body started breaking down.
Right. If Ken Griffey wasn't hurt all the time, he would definitely be the greatest player of all time.
He had what, like 600 something home runs?
Yeah.
Even then?
No, that dude's unreal. And his sneakers are really nice too. So
yeah, the kid.
I love the sneakers, the Griffeys. So yeah, he was great. He was my favorite player, and I'm not even a Mariners fan. So
yeah, he's my all-time favorite. And then it goes Shawn Green,
which is weird.
Shawn Green was a Met too, wasn't he?
Yes, he was. Yeah. The right fielder, the Hebrew right fielder, Shawn Green. I forget what we call him. We called him something Hebrew. I forget what we used to call him. And then the Met fans, the swinging Hebrew, something like that. But he was good. Yeah.
So you guys excited for basketball to start?
I am. See, this is the weirdest part about it now. See, roles have reversed because I'm looking at Ron up top here. So if I could flip that, now I'm the one with the optimism and the camaraderie and the team. Everything's we're clicking all cylinders right now. I'm ready to roll. See, now he's in disarray, this turmoil.
Why am I disarray?
Controversy, distractions. Vaccine.
What distractions?
There's distractions everywhere because you have psycho-ass players.
Listen, the only person distracted is Stephen A. Smith and Skip Bayless.
And
the only people distracted. And they have the platforms to sit there and project it out to make it seem like it's a distraction. It's not a distraction.
It depends though, because there's reports now that Durant is furious, that he's livid with Kyrie, that he wants Kyrie traded.
I'm sure he's upset, but like he's not gonna want him traded. That's not gonna happen.
I don't know.
See, that's the problem. That's the problem. You have everybody else. This is the reporting sources say, but you gotta start hearing it from the horse's mouth. Like Kyrie, he did the IG live. I watched it,
which they said was bizarre. he was rambling. They didn't understand anything he was saying.
But listen, he wasn't bizarre. There was nothing.
He was rambling. He was incoherent.
Why? Because he's not talking like a journalist. Like
that's what I'm just telling you, reports, brother.
But listen to this real quick. That's what I'm talking about. They'll sit there and say, because these journalists have media training, you're supposed to talk a certain way. So if a person that's regular like you and me and we're talking,
right,
we don't know what we're talking about because we're not educated enough to talk like that. See, that's what the perception is that they put out there. If you watch it for yourself, Kyrie was talking no different than you and me are talking.
I didn't see it. I'm just going off of WFAN.
Because all he said, this is what he said.
Boomer and Gio.
He said that the team promised him, the team in the league promised him that he didn't have to get vaccinated. They promised him this earlier in the summer, like, you will not have to be vaccinated. We will not force you to get a vaccination. And then they flipped the script on him. And that's why he's upset.
Well, it's not they didn't flip the script. It was a mandate. The state flipped the script.
But the city, but I mean, obviously the organization itself is going to be like, well, there's nothing we can do. You got to
right.
But like I said before, how do you have players that come from different teams that they come here and play as a visiting team, but they can be unvaccinated? You can come play here, but your player can't play here. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's a little strange. It's because Jared, in California, right? You have to be vaccinated or you can't play or practice in that state.
I think it's just in San Francisco.
To be honest, I know you have to be vaccinated to. Well, I think it has to be a certain percentage.
Okay.
On the teams.
Okay.
They're starting in the stadiums and stuff. They're starting to make it where you have to be vaccinated to go, or you have to show proof of a negative test before.
But San Francisco was way more stricter than LA right now. Like LA is going to change theirs. They're going to be strict too, but San Francisco was the first team to, like, the first city to lay down.
Actually, all those people in San Francisco are actually, they're okay with it. They don't mind.
Yeah.
So if you play for the Lakers, you don't need to be vaccinated. Then you could play and practice in Los Angeles County.
Currently, yes.
Okay. So that's Kyrie. Then he's in a limbo. Then he's just kind of collateral damage as far as state legislature. Okay. All right.
And
I understand that.
And listen to this. Because people forget, like, this is de Blasio and his policy. De Blasio is on his way out the door.
Right, he's gone.
What Eric Adams will do at the beginning of the year and be like, you know what? Go ahead and play. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, we're not gonna sit here and do all this. Like, you know what I mean? They might change it. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm just saying, like, and that might be what it is. Kyrie might be waiting out de Blasio. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm on the team for the year. You done at the end of the.
That's true. Yeah. Thank goodness, by the way. But I'm tired of his ass.
I mean, it's just.
And I'm a Democrat, and I'm tired of his ass. He got to go. But
I think what it is it's a media infatuation, and I think the drama and the distractions come from being constantly asked the same question every day. Well, what about Kyrie? What about, like, my wife the other day? She was like, "This is like the fourth day we're talking about this. Like, we get it. He didn't get a vaccination.
Been like that off like the past year though about Kyrie.
And what
Kyrie
about Madison?
Like under a microscope.
What about Madison Square Garden? I'm not hearing nothing come from there.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
And unity.
Man, fuck that unity.
We hold the hands right now, brother. Knicks is ready to roll. We're 99. We're 100%
still can't beat
vaccinated. We can. Yes, we can.
Have you done it yet?
Not yet. But what did Michael Strahan say when we beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl? He said, "Believe, and it will happen." And that's what's going to happen this year. We believe.
You don't have a Strahan on the Knicks.
We got Julius Randle.
Stop.
What about the Giants?
We're not doing
it. He looked like he could still play. I have
too much love for you right now, but Julius Randle is not. Come on.
Okay, man. All NBA team. I'm just saying, it's not like this some bum.
Well, you act like the Nets are bums now because Kyrie isn't there.
They don't have the third piece. That's all I'm saying. You need three in this league.
You still have the best basketball player in the world on the team right now.
Wait, you need three what, Phil?
You need 3 stars.
Where's your 3 stars?
You need at least 2.
You need at least 2, but most of the time nowadays you're gonna need the 3, especially if you're going against whatever team LeBron is on. There's always 3 there.
Where are the 3 stars in the Knicks?
We see we like Voltron. So all of us combined.
We're
just 1 star.
I see how it is.
We're just. I'm telling you,
exception to the rule, right? Like
this is recorded, so you guys will look back and say, you know, Phil was right. Knicks are no joke. I'm telling you right now. But
I'm not saying you guys are terrible. I'm just saying you're not better than the Nets.
Well, we shall see about that, my brother. I have faith. Faith is seeing without believing, right? I mean, believing without seeing. So that's me. Let's go.
I know. It's just like I said last year, though. You guys are all talking about your teams, but here comes the Warriors. I'm telling you.
No, I said. Remember, I was telling you too. So you got Clay back. I think he's back, right? I haven't been watching them.
They said in about a month he'll be full practice.
But see, you guys had the same issue like literally last week.
What, the same?
Andrew Wiggins got strong armed into taking the vaccine. They took him in the back room and beat him up. He was like, "You're going to take this vaccine. You're not going to do this."
Oh yeah, because they said out of nowhere he's vaccinated now. Don't
worry. Yeah. All of a sudden he was like all religious and stuff too. Remember, he was all religious out of nowhere.
Well, Wiggins is a weird player, man, because he could be so good, but right.
Yeah, if he didn't want to take the vaccine, just get rid of his ass. We don't need him.
You don't want Wiggins on your team, though? You don't think
you want Wiggins.
You want Wiggins, yeah.
For what?
He's a solid player.
He's a great defender.
He is.
Even though he's spotty, he can be a good scorer. He can be efficient at times.
Defense is consistent. Good. So his defense is excellent all the time.
Yeah.
So whatever else he gives you is just a positive. I like Andrew Wiggins. I think he's a good player.
I liked him when he was on the Timberwolves. I thought he was
tall, scrappy. I like him. I don't know why Jared never liked Andrew Wiggins. That's weird.
It's terrible. Because you know why?
I like him, but he's just to me, he's too inconsistent when it comes to the scoring. Like he'll put up 3 and then the next game he'll go for 50.
The scoring, yeah.
But here's the thing: he don't got to be.
If Clay is there, he don't need to score.
Yeah, you got Stephen Clay.
Because you got Curry already there. So if Clay is healthy, you don't need him to score.
Steph just had 41 last night.
Yup.
Yeah.
In a preseason game.
Look at Draymond Green. He's made a career at not scoring. He's like scores whatever he gets or whatever.
Yeah. Well, last year he actually sucked when it came to scoring. The other years he would average maybe like 9-10 points, but last year I think he averaged like maybe like 4.
Yeah, he didn't score at all last year.
He had an off year. His defense like actually came back up though last year. He sacrificed it, I guess.
Yeah, he was trying to sacrifice whatever. I mean, that team. I think you guys are going to be really good. Because Klay Thompson is one of my favorite players too, so I love him. I like him more than I like Curry.
So, he's been gone for like 2 years though, so we'll see how he comes back.
I know. I just want him back on the court though, because the NBA is better when he plays. So I want Thompson back on the court. Anything.
Yeah, and I'm not being biased either. The NBA is actually better too when the Warriors are doing good.
I agree. Anything that could put a wrench in LeBron James's path to a championship, that's all for it. That's what I'm all for.
Russell Westbrook is that wrench.
Yes, he is.
It's like what was the first episode Ron came on? Man, fuck LeBron.
Now, yeah, we were anti-LeBron here. We definitely are.
That was like Ron's first sentence on his episode.
I get tired of hearing about him, man.
Me too. We all don't agree on things on this show, but you know what? That's one thing we universally in hand with is that. We just do not like LeBron James on the show. I'm sorry. I know we're witnessing history. I know that. We're not going to see another LeBron again because we're not going to see. He's great. We can't take that from him. We're not going to really. When's the next time you're going to see another LeBron James? How long did it take us to see Michael Jordan? We never see Michael Jordan again.
I think Durant is surpassed.
Not the same. LeBron, he had Ray Allen shooting that 3. Kyrie.
Yes, he did. Kyrie hit that 3.
So those two final games that's all he got right there. If it wasn't for that, he'd only have one.
Durant's peaked out, and he's better than LeBron.
He is better than LeBron, no doubt.
LeBron is a game changer, and he's like one of a kind. But like, what has he done historically? Nothing. He hasn't changed the needle.
He ruined the NBA with that super team crap. The NBA never recovered from that super team crap. It takes everything away from all the other teams that don't have 3 stars.
He wanted to be friends with everybody,
and I hate that. I'm old school. I like the Knicks fighting.
I like the rivalry.
Right? Don't you like Jeff Van Gundy throwing himself on the floor on Alonzo Mourning and stuff? I love that. Now everything's hugs and kisses and they all hang out in the off season. They go on banana boats together and boat trips and all this crazy stuff. then LeBron saved Carmelo Anthony in the middle of the ocean from drowning and everything. It's just, I understand that he saved his life. but at the same time, he shouldn't have been on that trip. But that's just neither here nor there. So I mean, I'm just old school. I'm really old school when it comes to that, specifically the NBA. I like my.
Wait, is that a metaphor you're using, or did that really happen? He fucking.
Oh, that really happened. Yeah, when they were on that banana boat.
I thought you were using it as a metaphor, like Carmelo Anthony, his career was going down, and LeBron came and saved his ass. That really happened?
No, that really happened. Yeah, he saved him. Carmelo always says it to LeBron. He's alive because of LeBron James. He jumped in the ocean and saved him.
I never heard. When the hell did that happen?
A couple of years ago. Look it up. It's on Google and everything. Carmelo says it too. Carmelo says his life. He's here because of LeBron James. Yeah, he saved him from drowning. So what can't LeBron do? That's what I'm saying. He does it all. But
except win championships.
Except for win championships that he impacted. Like I feel like even that Heat team, just like you said, like Jared said, Ray Allen hit that 3.
And that's what I was gonna say earlier too about because I used to compare LeBron and Tom Brady. I was like, yeah, they're good, but it's their teams that win it for him. Because remember back in the day, Tom Brady, all of his Super Bowls came from like field goal kicks. What was the kicker's name?
Vinatieri, Adam Vinatieri.
But then now, like the last 3 or 4, I mean, he's actually won those his damn self. So that's why I can't compare them anymore.
The dude's almost 50 and he's lighting it up. I mean, I lost my first game of fantasy because Tom Brady put 50 points with my sister. He threw like 6 touchdowns, 500 yards. Jeez,
I'm beating your dad so far today.
Oh, you beat him? Oh, you playing my dad?
I think so. That's the
2 bottom feeders, right?
21 or something.
Yeah, that's my dad. Yeah, Giants 2K 21, 20, whatever. Yeah, that's my dad. Yeah. What you guys batting for last?
Like 2 and 3 now.
Oh, I thought it was a battle for last place.
I'm 2 and 3 right now too.
2 and 3. I'm 4 and 1. I'm sitting there just chilling right now. So,
but I'm on a win streak. So, and I'm gonna win today too. So, tomorrow.
Yeah.
So
that's how I am because I won the first game of the season.
Yeah, Jared started off hot. What happened, Ron?
I dropped the first 3. Like I don't know if you can see very well.
Well, you're a slow starter.
Hold on.
You start slow in fantasy, so
I'm trying to show you.
Yeah, I see you 105.87. I see you.
Yeah. So
you're a slow starter. You always start slow.
I had auto picked, and so I had to retool everything. Like I had to pick up Jameis Winston off the waivers, and that didn't really pan out. So somebody dropped Matthew Stafford, and I was like, "Give me that!"
Man, that was a super
damn.
Cool.
Yeah, so like I got that. I have like Julio Jones, Evans from the Bucks, Schultz from the Cowboys. Even though like for the Cowboys, he still gives me points that I need. So
yes, exactly. You take him when you can get him.
I was surprised about Sterling Shepard. I started him today by chance, but he did go over his projection.
I had Tony. 26. Tony was lighting it up too, and then he gets hurt. Every time a Giant gets tackled, man, they're taking him to the sideline. I'm tired of that turf stinks.
Yeah.
Right? Yo,
that's what I told you last year.
Yeah, I thought about Jared right away. I said, Jared was right. Yo, this turf
because last year you guys tore all kinds of our ACLs in that game 1 or the week 1 and week 2 when we played the Jets and Giants. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, no, it's because when we play in the road, we don't get hurt. Is when we go home, every time one of the Giants gets tackled, somebody's on the turf.
Saquon? He didn't play at all today, huh?
No.
He's an ankle. He's done for at least another 2 weeks.
Yeah, his ankle.
You guys remember what my boy Chris White said?
What he said?
You guys are ruining the best running back since Reggie Bush.
Nah, man, that was a fluke accident, man. Anybody can step on somebody's foot.
I was just looking at Ron. I wasn't even going to respond. I just looked right over at Ron.
Man. Who said that? Get that man on the show.
He's down to come on, actually.
That's your cousin-in-law, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. The one
with
Chris White. Chris White. What's up, Chris?
He needs to be publicly shamed. Let him know I said that.
He's not wrong, though. We ruined Eli at the end. We didn't give him what he needed to succeed, right?
Because how long has Saquon been in the league now? Like 3 years?
This is his 4th year or 5th year?
4th year.
Yeah, so we don't give him any offensive line to run around. He's not wrong. Chris White is not wrong.
No, he's wrong.
Why?
It's not a running back league. You know this.
But why we take him second then?
I don't know why we did.
Would you have taken it?
Why let somebody else have him? Why let somebody else have him?
Well, we're not doing nothing with him.
Did he not that last game that he played? Not the one he got hurt, but the one before that. Didn't he have that 50-yard reception touchdown?
He played excellent. No, he was looking like Saquon again. Remember?
Okay, then.
He changes the Giants when and if he's healthy. But how often does that happen?
Listen, man, I last year my wife's father put it into perspective. My father-in-law, what he said, he was like, well, it's hard to go run into full-fledged season. You didn't have a preseason. Guys weren't working out during the quarantine as much as they possibly could because everything was locked down. All those injuries that happened, not just Saquon, we talking about Dak Prescott.
Prescott, yep.
All of them got major injuries because nobody was working out and getting like their stamina and their, you know what I mean, all of that up to par because look at Russell Wilson. That dude's out until week 10.
That's an excellent point. That's an excellent point. It's true. Well, you know, it's funny. Matthew Stafford had like something similar today, and he tore it up.
What'd you say about Russell Wilson?
He broke his finger or something. He's out.
And he's out till week 10?
Yeah, he's done for a while.
He's gone. Oh, shit. He said at least 6 weeks.
I must have missed that completely. I seen his finger jacked up last week.
Yeah, they said he's out minimum 6 weeks.
Anybody, but
minimum 6 weeks. He's done. But you know what they would say? Maybe they should bring in Cam. And that's a good coach to play for. Pete Carroll will mesh with Cam as far as personalities.
Who's the kid they got right there? Isn't it Teddy Bridgewater?
No, Bridgewater's with the
Browns. They got Geno Smith.
Oh, yeah, he looked badass last week. He looked good last week.
Yeah, he looked good a couple times to the Giants too. But my dad called me the other night when they were playing. He said, "This is the thing with Geno. He'll look good all game, run you down the field, pass. He got a cannon for arm." But when the pressure's on, he's gonna throw that interception.
That's what he did. Well, that's what he did last week. He threw that pick, but it's because his receiver fell.
Right.
If he wouldn't have fell, they probably would have won that game.
Okay, I'm fair with Geno because he played good with the Giants too. That game against the Raiders, he played excellent. But the thing is, when we needed that score, he threw an interception and we lost the game. That's the thing with him. He throws picks at the wrong time. But he'll manage you throughout the game though. You could definitely win football games with Geno Smith. It's just if it's high pressure, he's gonna make that mistake. That's the only thing with Geno Smith. But he's all right. He's not bad. He's not as mobile as you would believe he is. He's more of a pocket passer. But he got a good arm and everything. He was
slinging it last week. He was throwing darts.
Yeah, no, he could definitely throw darts. He got a cannon for arm. He does. Well, was he like the 5th pick in the draft or something? I remember the Jets drafted him like number 5. Yeah, he got cannon for arm. There's no doubt he's a good quarterback, but he just when it comes down, he throws that pick.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna sit Eli Manning, the great Eli Manning, for Geno Smith. I mean, come on, bro. It's like. It's ridiculous, but
when it ended his streak.
I mean, what are you doing? What are we doing here? Like seriously,
you talking about when they ended his starting
yes.
Streak? What was they sat his ass down, ended it, and then they started him the next week again, and
after it had already been ruined. Like, what are we doing here? Like, what is the purpose? What is up? Like, the only good thing about it is McAdoo got fired after that game, so it's like, I mean, what are you doing, bro? It's just it makes you scratch your head. I'm like, what is happening right now? But, you know, I don't know. I
forgot Geno Smith was a Jet. You said he was a Jet?
Yeah. How long he played
for the Jets doing? Are they they're 1-4 right now? We gotta talk about the Jets every episode.
Oh well, your cousins
we have to. Jets. We have to, Ron, or we'll get in trouble.
We get in trouble for not talking Jets around here.
He's probably going to get in trouble. Unsubscribed, so you know.
Yeah, we did lose a subscriber. We lost a subscriber. We did. I don't know who.
Yeah,
but we lost one. But
no, we don't want to, but we have to, or we're gonna get in trouble.
Yeah, no, you didn't say they're part of the NFL, right? Oh, they're in a bye week. Yeah,
but they're 1-4.
Yeah.
And I think they're averaging like 6 points a game or some shit.
About 6 points a game. Yep. About 6 points. It's unheard of. Let me see. Geno Smith played for the Jets. He played 4 years with them. His record was 12-18. He had 28 touchdowns and 36 interceptions. So it's not great, but he was all right. And where they pick him, he was 39th overall, second round, 39th overall. Got talent.
When you said top 5.
Yeah, I thought he was top 5 because it just usually picked there for some reason. But I thought, yeah. So I was what, 33 picks off? Hang me.
Isn't that already the second round?
Yeah, second round, 39th pick. Yep. Yep. Yeah. In the 2013 draft.
Damn, so he's been in the league for a while.
The first pick of that draft was Eric Fisher.
Who the hell is that?
The tackle from Kansas City. Yeah, I don't know who that is. Yeah, I'm trying to. That's how I'm looking at it. Like the only guys that are even still in the league is Lane Johnson. Everyone else, I'm not seeing any people still playing. I mean, it is a long time ago already, though. So
yeah,
but damn, there's not. Oh, Justin Pugh was the Giants pick, and he's still playing, I think. But
Justin Pugh, was he
the guard for the Cardinals now. He's a guard. Yeah, listen, it's the Giants. That's why you're like, who? Because the Giants just pick people like that. So, but it's a shame.
Yeah,
it's such a shame, man. It's such a state, like such a cornerstone franchise, a blue blood franchise, and now they look like the Jets. Let's be honest, the Jets have more promise. And what about your Niners?
We're 2-3. We're on a bye week too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and Jimmy Garoppolo got injured like 2 weeks ago, so we had a Trey Lance start last week, and then he got injured a little bit, I guess, and then so luckily we had a bye week.
Oh, so Lance got hurt too?
Yeah. That's only 2 quarterbacks. So
and they gave John Gruden a permanent bye week. So
they could always bring back. They could always bring back Colin Kaepernick.
Which I've seen the report is he's trying to come back to the NFL, and I was happy about that.
When did you see that?
Oh, he's trying to capitalize.
Like a couple days ago.
Capitalize off the John Gruden stuff, huh?
Yeah, I think that's what it was. I think that's what it was, though, because when I
also Marquette King too, the kicker for the Raiders, because I guess John Gruden kind of shunned him back in the day.
Yes, and I just watched some YouTube documentary on him, the punter King. He should still be in the NFL. He definitely got screwed over.
Badass. He's a badass kicker.
Badass kicker, brings personality. John Gruden, I didn't realize just really how old school in his thoughts he really was. I thought he was kind of like because on TV he comes off like a Sean McVay type, like down to earth.
You're talking about like the way like his personality?
Yeah, like his personality, like he was like not old school. He would get with the times, and then turns out behind closed doors, he was a completely different person. It's crazy. Yeah, you never know.
You could tell. I mean, I could tell he was a prick. I mean, it was. Remember when before he went back to the Raiders, when he used to do the sit down with the college quarterbacks. Yeah, and he was sitting there with Mitchell Trubisky, and he asked him. He was like, "So I noticed wherever he was from, you guys don't do the hard count a lot. But if you did do the hard count, how would you do it?" He's like, "Oh, I would just go hut." And then he's like, wait, no, a hard count, you got to do it loud. And he's like, oh, like loud? And he's like, yeah, you got to, the hard count is you do it loud to get him to go off sides. He's like, oh, I never knew what that was.
Really?
Didn't know what a hard count was.
Oh, I missed that.
Mr. Trubisky didn't know what a hard count was. And you could tell Gruden was just like, man, what the fuck's wrong with this kid?
Oh,
I mean, you got to watch it. It was a funny little clip.
Well, I used to laugh at him because you see the one where they have Frank Caliendo come in and impersonate him in front of his face, and they were both John Gruden. That's the things I'm gonna miss. I liked him in the book. I didn't want him to leave Monday Night Football because I actually liked listening to him. But
but how did that come about anyways? How the hell did they even, let's go look back at these emails from fucking 10 years ago.
Because they were doing an investigation on the Redskins, the football team. So he was just collateral damage. He had nothing to do with it. They were investigating the Washington football team for workplace ethics because all the cheerleaders are claiming that they were being sexually harassed and stuff. And they were investigating that. And somehow John Gruden had some emails in there. I don't know how. Oh, because Gruden was contacting the owner of the football team saying, oh, isn't this a load of crap? This and this new age stuff is horrible. You got Who Wants a Woman calling a game, and these bitches shouldn't be refereeing games and all this stuff. It was funny when you look at what he said.
It was that bold. He said these bitches.
Yeah, like it was funny when you look at it in a just if you're just laughing at
the
something.
locker room way. It's
right.
Funny,
it's funny in the locker room, right? Because I don't want to come off like I condone, but obviously I don't want to come off like I condone what he was saying because I'm black as well and stuff like that. But at the same time, some of the stuff was funny, but for locker room talk. But if you're actually in a professional set, now this is the thing. This is what I'm really interested in. They said this is just the beginning because now you stopped hearing about Dan Snyder. Even what's his name? Adam Schefter came out. He had to apologize for some stuff that was in the emails. This is nothing. There's so much stuff in those emails. So many people around the NFL are going to come crumbling down. This is just the beginning. They said they're just sitting on that stuff. When Adam Schefter came out and said, look, I apologize for my emails. I'm like, wait, hold on. So now Adam Schefter has to come out and apologize for what he was saying in the emails. He's a beat writer. So it's like, they said, God knows exactly what's in those emails. It's just, I don't even want to know. Because what if one of my favorite guys in the NFL is involved or something like.
If they're talking a certain way, you got to get caught,
Well, it's like I've been hearing more now than ever, and I mean, like Daniel Jones is working out, but like I'm hearing more now than ever. But it's like, how come the Giants have never experimented by drafting or developing a black quarterback?
Nope.
Yep.
Ever.
Who knows? Who knows what's in
it? But but on the flip side, the Giants have had black executives.
Jerry Reese, the last two Super Bowl was GM of that team.
The other thing too, that kind of fishy too, that I would be interested to see if something comes out about is the Patriots, like the Patriots, because they never they had Tom Brady for forever, white quarterback, obviously.
It's
all the players, all players are all white.
Yeah,
that's one of the most racist cities.
Listen,
it is.
It's Fort Knox over there because you know what, they knew everything that was going on with Aaron Hernandez, and they still drafted him and signed him, even with all his issues. So
that's true.
They knew, you know what I'm saying? So they tried it with Antonio Brown.
Mm-hmm.
They picked up Cam Newton. Because I don't like the Cam Newton thing, I don't think there's a racial component to it. I just think Bill Belichick just really wanted Mac Jones to be the starter.
I agree.
And I think he just didn't want to have to deal with Cam Newton anymore and just release him. I don't think there was any racial component to that. And it's Fort Knox over there, man.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like they're a tight ship. They don't play none of that. So it's like, I mean, there's a lot of racism in the NFL, and it's evident.
Like what was it last year when they said they were gonna give NFL teams incentives if they made like black coaches, if they got black coaches as their head coaches or assistants, whatever. Remember that came out last year? They would get incentives, like better draft.
Yeah, the Rooney Rule.
Yeah, the Rooney Rule.
Yeah.
Well, that's fucking stupid. That it almost came down to that. Like, isn't that a thing?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Or was it an idea?
No, that's the thing. Yeah, it's been a thing.
That's been a years. Matter of fact, you can't tell me that the Colts were not better off with Jim Caldwell than they are currently with whoever the hell they have coaching their team now. Jim Caldwell had that team going to the playoffs. I mean, I whatever. This Frank Reich or whatever. These black coaches and stuff are just on such a short leash. They never have a chance to develop their team. You have one bad season, you're out.
Look at somebody like Tony Dungy. They were so successful.
Come on. Gruden
and
took
Mike
his
Tomlin.
team.
Mike Tomlin. Successful.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Gruden won with Dungy's team, right? Yeah.
Who?
Gruden. He took over Dungy's Tampa Bay team and they won.
No, because that's what they talked about. Is like Dungy's the one that built that team.
Yep. Because if you look
at Gruden, just came. It's like Steve Kerr. Like Mark Jackson built the Warriors. Steve Kerr just assumed the role and like reaped the benefits of it.
Well, that's an injustice too. Mark Jackson has to be a coach in the NBA, bro.
Well, 49ers had Mike Singletary too. Mike Singletary was a good coach, but our team was so dysfunctional back then. He never got his chance really.
That wasn't Singletary's fault. He did it. He was doing it great.
But I'm shocked they had dysfunction with that guy running the show. Because you ever see his eyes? He on the side like, and he just wants to just tear stuff up. Or he's like, I'm like, yo, calm down, bro, relax.
Yeah.
So how can you be like so dysfunctional with that dude running the show? I mean, but I guess they were just disorganized from top down. I think but I always thought he didn't get a fair shake either, Mike Singletary.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, because that's when Alex Smith, he had a little too many chances and they kept riding with him.
And then Harbaugh comes and he's like the knight in shining armor and he gets Alex Smith to be a good quarterback.
Well, no, you got Kaepernick too.
And then Cap, yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think Alex Smith was probably a better quarter. Like as far as on that team, I think he was better for that team, Alex Smith. But Kaepernick, I think, was more talented. But
yeah,
right.
I think it's gonna be crazy to watch Kaepernick try to ride this wave, though.
Well, you see what Fox Sports says now. They said it's what did it say? It says Colin Kaepernick looks like a sad, pathetic man chasing an NFL comeback. That was 2 days ago.
That's disrespectful.
They didn't have to say the next PO.
They have to say it like that.
You know, it's anything with Fox is gonna be
up,
a little something like that. Fox Sports, Fox News, anything. Yeah, but then it says right here, Kaepernick says, "I'm prepared to take a team to a Super Bowl." All right, well,
what did it say?
Well, yeah, that's what he has to
take a team to a Super Bowl.
He has to say that.
He needs another chance. I mean, I
don't think he's. That's the thing. Like I said last time, I like Kaepernick, but it gets annoying talking about him because he's never going to play again.
We don't. I mean, but he says he's training 5 to 6 days a week to make a comeback.
He's been doing that for like the past 4 years.
Then he's ready.
He's ready, right?
Yeah, but
I wouldn't mind. It will be must see TV though.
I want to see the NFL. They don't care.
Yeah,
someone would have got him already.
I think the situation is, man. It's not that they don't care. I think a lot of it has to deal with the fact that, like, I think Goodell has kind of like the right mentality about things. I just think the owners have the owners have too much power, and they need to stop having this much power over everybody. It's a slave master mentality. Mm-hmm. Look at Jerry Jones. Like you watch Hard Knocks. Like, yo, Jerry, why are you on the show, bro? Just you an executive, stay in the office, and just shut up. Like, why?
Right.
I've always noticed that too. Like, even on TV, they show him like nonstop on the damn sideline in the suite up there. They never showed Jed York and shit like in the suites at 49er games. They don't give a damn about him.
Robert
John Mara. You never see those guys.
Jerry Jones all over the video. All in the video.
All in the video.
But you see this.
Come to Dallas.
But here's the perfect example. You see the dysfunction of like the power of the owner. Like, look at Jerry Jones, the relationship between Jerry Jones and Jimmy Johnson. Like, Jerry Jones swear that he built that team and
now it's Jimmy Johnson
Super Bowl, and it was Jimmy Johnson.
Yep.
So he's probably like the next Al Davis.
No, but like to the point
that's how Al Davis was. Remember, the Rays couldn't do a damn thing when he was alive.
Just win, baby.
But think about this: Jimmy Johnson isn't even in the ring of honor in Dallas.
That's a shame.
And he won what? 2 Super Bowls?
He won 2 Super Bowls, and then Barry
Switzer won the third one.
And Aikman and him hated each other, and he had to go. So it was just, what are you doing there? Like, what? Yeah, he just cannot get out of his own way.
But Jimmy that's Jones. How. So if he's that aggressive towards Jimmy Jones, Jimmy Johnson. How aggressive is he towards people of color? How aggressive are owners towards people of color?
Well, look what, because I watched Shannon Sharp's show, Club Shay Shay. So he had Terrell Owens on, and he asked him what happened in that situation. He said that he took him to dinner, and everything was fine. He thought he was getting a new contract extension, and he was asking him who should they bring in. And then at the end of the dinner, he wrote a piece of paper like Cowboys on one side and T.O. on the other side. He said, you're not part of this team. You're not a Cowboy. So it's like, what do you, I don't know. Like the way he just did business is kind of weird. Yeah, like, I don't know. But then look at that. Tony Romo could throw 1 million interceptions. To this day, Jerry Jones is not exactly happy that Dak Prescott is his quarterback. He still wants Tony Romo to be his quarterback. No doubt. He loved himself some Tony Romo. He still don't like Dak Prescott so much. Because you ever see the way he talks about Dak? He's like, yeah, he's good. He's good. He's good.
I hate the Cowboys, but the way the Cowboys are set up right now,
dangerous, man. Dak
is better than Russell Wilson to me.
Well, because Dak, I don't know. I just think Dak is in a situation where he got the same players coming back every year. He knows the system like the back of his hand. That system,
because what the year before when he got injured last year, the year before that, he led the league in passing yards, didn't he?
Yeah, it was empty calories though. It was empty calories though because they were down so much.
But here's the thing: Tony Romo had the same thing. He couldn't do it.
Romo was more fragile, I think, though, than Dak too. Though Romo, he had that collarbone issue where every time he got tackled, his collarbone popped out. But I used to always say Tony Romo is a great quarterback to me. If he stayed healthy, you don't think so? Nah, he was good. He was good because he could run. Tony Romo's a good quarterback. No doubt.
Tony Romo, he's just like, to me, he's like a Phillip Rivers. They're both good. Like a Matthew Stafford, they're good, but they can't win like the big games.
They're in the hall of very good.
No, that's not Phillip Rivers' fault.
Rivers has some teams, it is
the NFL. No, the NFL suppressed Phillip Rivers.
But Rivers has some great teams, and he couldn't get over the hump.
They suppressed him really badly. And here's the thing. I don't think for once because
they suppress him.
Because he played during the years when the Patriots cheated, notoriously cheated. For one, and the league let them get away with it.
That's a good point.
No, I know what you're talking about because they had LaDainian Tomlinson, Antonio Gates,
Sean Merriman.
They had great teams.
They had a great team.
But here's don't think for 1 second that the NFL, as far as branding and things like that, like they suppress certain teams or certain players. There's certain honestly, there's certain leagues that do that to their team.
Well, Ron, how many times?
Niners are one of the teams too that suppress.
But how many times was Phillip Rivers the number 1 seed and they couldn't get out of the first round?
It don't matter when you have, but it don't matter when you have refs playing against you too. They cater. You know, refs cater. You know what I'm saying? Like they do. They do the same thing for the NBA. You know this. Those years. They know how to suppress teams from winning and making it harder or impossible for them to win.
Because James Harden gets a foul call on him every single possession, and no one's even around him.
That's like the most ridiculous shit.
Right? Thank you, Jack. Is that like the most ridiculous
I can't stand that thing
ever seen in your?
It's not even his fault. Like obviously he doesn't tell him to do the calls. I mean, he complains and cries and shit. But if it wasn't for all the fouls he gets, I would probably like him. But I don't.
No one's even touching him. They call a foul. You ever
but it's not his fault though. That's a weird thing. But I still hate him for something.
Cool down a second. Yo, Steph does the same thing. What are you talking about?
No, hell no.
Nah,
yes, he does.
Steph gets fouled.
You know what? When we get done with this, I will show you a link. I will share a link.
Fouled.
No, man.
There will be links shared, brother. He does the same thing. They all do.
Not to James Harden. James Harden's an Academy
He complains because he doesn't get the fouls that he should.
Why is it a league-wide rule that was changed then? It's not the Harden rule. It's everybody does it.
No, this is a Harden
situation. What I'm saying is Curry probably complains about fouls because he doesn't
get
them when he should. If he got the fouls he should get, he would be averaging. No, listen, if he got the fouls he should get, he would probably average about 45 points a game, and he doesn't because the refs don't give a damn about him.
Ooh.
I agree with Jared.
Yeah.
Go, man, stop.
I agree with Jared 100% in this one.
He averages like 30 points a game. He gets fouled twice a game. If he was like getting the Harden treatment, he would be like 45.
Yeah, this is like remember the Jabba rules with the Yankees. This is the Harden rules.
You mean to tell me Steph never jumps into a foul? He never jumps into a body for a foul. That's a lie.
Yeah, I see. He does do that.
Curse right now.
He does do that. No, he does do that. He does.
But he's a master. That's what he does, though. He's a master.
Yeah, he does. He doesn't players get fouled.
No, but James Harden doesn't get touched. You ever see the videos where no one touches him and the ref calls a foul? They're like, wait, I didn't even touch this dude.
But the thing that's different.
You can't be mad at that. You got to be mad at the refs for blowing that whistle. You can't be mad at him.
But that's the thing, though. James Harden does that, and he gets the calls. Steph Curry does it, and the refs don't give a damn. And then when he does get fouled, they still don't care.
Steph gets the call. Steph gets
not like he needs to, though. Not anywhere near Harden's level. No.
Oh, let me tell you something. He is 6'3" on his team and scores the most points out of anybody in the league.
Iverson did it.
Because he has to run like 30 miles a game.
And Iverson got punished for it. Steph don't get punished for it. Because you know why? Steph gets catered to. Don't think Steph
not at all. Like Steph be hustling around the court. Steph earns every single one of those points.
Let me tell you something. Steph is not built like AI. Like AI is strong enough to get bodied every game. Steph don't get bodied like that because he gets catered to. There's a reason for it.
Works so hard for those points. You see Steph earn those points.
Yeah, he runs for those points, but he still hops into players. He still hops. He just still does it. He does the same shit.
He's trying to get foul calls that he doesn't get. So
he don't get
try it some other way.
Right. But what makes Harden so special?
If we really want to talk about it, it's Dame Lillard that's the one that's the exception to the rule that doesn't get the fouls he deserves. If we want to be real about it.
Well, Dame Lillard and Steph are similar,
them.
right? I think Lillard gets it because he don't get it because he plays for Portland and nobody
plays for Portland
and nobody cares.
He's out in the woods.
Right, right. That's what it is.
But the thing is, though, why does James Harden get those calls, though? That's the thing. Like,
that's
why?
one of the most perplexing questions.
Because he's slick. That's how you do it. You play slick.
Is he slick? Because it's nothing he's doing.
Obviously,
he's not getting touched.
There's no reason. There's no viable reason why a ref is blowing calls on James Harden.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. There's no reason for it, but yet they still do. Like, it's the weirdest thing.
No, Jared, I'm with you 100% there. I don't understand it myself. I'm completely baffled.
Like, he averages what, like 28 points a game, but like more than half of them are from the fucking free throw line.
It's crazy.
And let's talk about the flopping rule. That's from LeBron James. It's not from James Harden.
Oh yeah, LaFlop.
Yeah, LaFlop. Yeah, LeBrick. Yeah, no, that's for sure. No, LeBron started that. See, that's the thing with LeBron, man. Whatever he gives, sometimes he takes too. Like, it's like double-edged sword. It's great having him, and it's been fun watching him. But then he also like ruined it with the super teams, the flopping. Everyone's friendly with each other. There's things he's taken away from the game too, though. Like, it's like give or take with LeBron. See, Jordan was straight up assassin, and I hated Michael Jordan. I still don't wear his sneakers and none of that because I'm just such a Knicks fan. I can't do it.
Jordan, you don't wear Jordan?
Nah, you see me wear Jordans one time. I don't. And that was Team Jordan. Those were the Eddie Jones Jordans. I don't wear Jordans. Nah.
I've never seen you wear a pair. I'll be honest.
Never. You got to give it that to me. I don't wear Team Jordan. I don't wear Jordan logos on my shit. I don't associate myself.
I have a pair of all blue ones, and they just collect dust.
They collect dust because we Knicks fans over here. So you know what I mean.
I never had Jordans either.
We Knicks fans, so we keep it.
I had Jordans growing up, but like I don't get into the thing now where people, the
sneakerhead,
the re-releases,
the crazy nickname stuff.
I'm a sneakerhead, I guess, but I'm not with Jordans and Nikes.
But like, here's the thing with kids do all that. It's like, to me, that's not sneakerhead stuff. That's just you just trying to be cool. Sneakerhead stuff is like if you got the original foam pies, the blue foam pies,
like Allen Houston's,
or you got the original Jordan 11s. Like, I had the original Space Jam 11s to tell my brother-in-law. The originals.
Yeah, because we come from that era. We were around when those things are out. We come from that era.
See, I'm a sneakerhead too, like in the way you just defined it, but with the skate shoes. I don't do the basketball shoes.
The SB,
I've wanted some over the years, but I've never got any.
What's that, Nike SB?
What?
I only got one pair of those, but the other ones are all like S's and stuff. And
okay. Because I never been
got
down
the
with
old school ones, but
the skating thing. The wife and I, we tried to do a skateboard yesterday in Target, and she couldn't get it moving. She tried to get on it, and I said, "Listen, my exact words to her were, this is
you're gonna bust your ass.
This is for Jared." I was like, you ain't getting me on the skateboard.
You can't ride a skateboard?
Hell no.
Well,
I didn't even know how to kickstart that.
Target, the wheels are like a hard plastic. You can't roll on those.
Yeah, there was no roll going on because we were both trying to push, but it had like brakes on it.
The bearings in them suck.
You gotta go to actual skate shop, bro.
Yeah. Listen, man. Look, I'm not a skater. I was in Target.
Jared. This is what I'm talking about. He says I'm the weirdo because I hang downtown and shit. Like, I know how to skateboard. Why don't you hit me that? I could have hollered at you. I could have hooked you up, brother. You know what I'm saying? Like,
listen,
I'm not Derek, I'm the weirdo, right? Oh, you're the weirdo. You hang out with the socialites down in the Lower East Side. It's all skaters down there. What you mean?
That's why I'm not down there.
But you want to hop on a skateboard in Walmart?
Hold on, didn't I say? I said Udelka threw me the skateboard and said, "Babe, I can't."
Yeah,
get this
you
thing
already
moving.
knew. You already knew. My back can't handle this.
She was like, "I can't get this thing moving. See if you could get it going." And I tried, and those wheels were not moving. I told her, I said, "This is for Jared." I said, "This is out of my league. I don't do skating. It's not in my jurisdiction, bro." Yeah,
you tried it. That's what I'm saying.
I tried. I attempted it. I tried. I didn't move. I got stuck, and that was it. It was a wrap, and I was out.
The problem, the indictment here is that's for Jared. That's fantastic. When I do it, you're a weirdo.
Because it's not your scene.
Is what?
It's not your scene.
What do you mean it's not? What do you know what my scene is?
We grew up together. I know what your scene is.
Yeah, but you know, like, all of my friends are skater kids. You know this. I hang out with all
I try to stay away. I don't really get involved with them. I don't know what their movements and stuff are.
Oh my God, you're too.
I don't really know them like that. You know what I mean? You're my brother. That's what I deal with you. I didn't really deal with your boys like that. They was a little strange. And that it makes sense now. It makes sense now. It makes sense. It makes sense. Look at your boy. Come on. And that was my man too.
You see that, right?
Your man Joe. Your man Joe was my boy. That was my man.
I think he's just jealous that you're not skating with him.
No, I'm not jealous. I just think it's funny that when you say it,
jealous
it's
that he's not in
it's perfectly fine. But when Ron says it, oh, your friends are strange. But your man right here does it, so he's not strange. But my friends are strange.
California.
What the fuck does that have to do with anything?
That's the skating country, brother. You listen. We come from the projects, bro. Ain't no way skateboarding. Come on.
Let's keep it real. A couple episodes ago,
we can't go to Woodside Projects right now. There ain't kids out there skateboarding.
Ain't nobody skateboarding. You
stop lying. You're lying.
This is ridiculous. This is gentrification. 100 right here. You're all about gentrification, brother, and that's fine. That's cool.
What are you talking about? Gentrification. Skate culture has been a part of New York since the 80s.
Oh well, I guess I wasn't part of that New York. I lived in a different part of New York.
I gave you a rundown a couple weeks ago about legendary skaters from New York, Harold Hunter.
And I gave credit where it was due. How did this focus on me now? Because I was on Jared's side this whole time. And now all of a sudden, now I'm the
me and Jared.
That's the only thing that I had a issue with, because you said there's no skaters from New York. There are some legends from New York.
No. The problem is there's mass similarities between me and Jared. We're practically the same people, but I'm weird, but he's not weird, and I find that funny that I'm the weirdo, but he's not the weirdo.
Because listen, I expect that from him, from his upbringing and where he's from.
Okay.
What I'm saying is, I grew up with you, and I don't remember you on a skateboard. That's what all of a sudden now you're Tony Hawk. I don't know where that.
I'm not Tony Hawk by any means of the stretch. I'm just saying that a lot of my friends, because I have a wide variation of friends. I got friends that'll shoot you, and I got friends that like to go scoot on a skateboard.
Right. Wait, hold on.
It's what it is, man. It's my life.
But wait, hold on a second. But you're critiquing me for not, when I couldn't get the skateboard rolling, you said the first person I should have thought of was you. And I should have said, wait, babe, hold on 1 second. Let me call Ron and see if he can get the skateboard. You know what I would have told you? Why would I think about you on a skateboard?
Because you know why? Because I could take you to the Supreme store and hook you up with a skateboard, bro.
How would I think that? I never, in my interactions in all the years I've known you, there was no skateboard involved.
But I'm around these people all day, every day.
No, I look at you more. But I always think if it was art pieces and stuff like that, I would ask you. Or like downtown Manhattan history or something.
I'm multicultural. I'm multicultural.
Yeah, but you're not a skate.
I don't think you realize I'm very multicultural.
You are multicultural, yes.
But you would understand, like in high school, I never attributed to one clique. Like I hung out with a bunch of different cliques. Like I'm a clique hopper because I know how to hang out with jocks and talk shit. I know how to hang out with skaters. I know how to hang out with drama kids. I know how to hang out with gangsters. Like I know how to hang out with everybody.
Now, Jared, hold on. This is the beautiful thing about it, right? The beautiful thing about this show is it's being recorded, is live right now. He just called himself a hopper.
You're doing
when I called him a set jumper, I was all out of bounds.
It's not a set jumper. See
what I'm saying? This is injustice, bro.
What is wrong with that? Because I'm amicable enough with everybody. I can hang out with anybody and everybody.
Listen, I don't.
Why do I need to be adhered to one subjective group, and just be confined to that and not have any ideology outside of that?
My thing is like this: if you ain't with me, you against me. If you ain't part of this
show, am I against you?
You ain't on this show. Like no. What I'm saying my philosophy is if you're not with me or you against me. Or like with this show, if you're not a part of the show and you're not feeling the show and you unsubscribe to the show, then I'm against you. That's how we roll around here. I'm my brother's keeper. You guys are my brothers. I'm my brother's keeper.
Phil's gonna G up on people because you don't subscribe, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm on your head.
So how did this, you know what? Where's the skateboard in this whole conversation? Like, what happened there?
What do you mean?
I'm just generally confused because now
Phil, I love you, man. Phil, we're not doing this because I love you, and I know you're gonna say I get pissed off.
I was surprised too, though.
I miss you more than anything right now. I miss you more than anything.
Thank you, Dad. Yeah.
hold on. I miss you more than anything because I haven't seen you in a minute. So I haven't been able to give you a proper hug, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a little more angst about that than a skateboard right now.
And I gave you credit. Remember, I said, Ron, I said on the show, I said, when you gave me a hug at that Met game, I really did. And now, no, all jokes aside, I really felt the love, and it felt strange because there was like so much love in the hug. Like
because he does,
Jared, you had to see like he
you don't
really
realize how much
me.
I appreciate this. I would give you the same hug too, because it's a brotherhood, man. You know what I'm saying? Like we might talk shit and make it's superficial in a text message in a group chat. We can talk all day, and then like I have my perception, you got your perception, he's got his perception. It's different when I see you in real life. Where it's like, yo, like I give you a hug, I show you love.
Yep.
I buy you food, like no matter what it is. If you need a t-shirt, you got no shirt on or no shoes on, I'll take my shoes off and give it to you.
I mean, his shoe size 15, if you could fit the shit, but he will give you a shoe. 12, he will give you a shoe though.
Size 12. Size 12.
No, I believe it.
Yeah. You're the same size as me, ain't you?
I'm a 10 and a half. 10 and a half.
Really?
I'm 11.
Yeah. But then again,
could share shoes.
Yeah, you and Jared could share a shoe, man. Yeah. You know.
But one thing real quick though, how Ron said he would take you to the Supreme skate shop.
Okay,
I just want people to know that Supreme is a skate brand. It's not no fucking Forever 21 shit where you see everybody wearing it now. They don't even skate, but yet they're wearing Supreme. They don't know what the hell it stands for.
Ah, damn.
It's an old school skate brand. I just want people to know that.
See, Jared, you heard me? I was like, get him, Jared.
You remember the movie Kids? You remember the movie?
Yeah, I got that DVD. Harold Hunter was in that movie. He's from New York.
Harold Hunter. All them kids hung out in front of the Supreme store, and that's how the filmmaker found those kids in front of the Supreme store.
They skated for Zoo. They're on Zoo York.
Yeah.
Right. They had the TV show called Maps.
Credit where it's due.
People don't know that.
Called Maps.
Like people
Maps
like
on TV, and they used to skate around New York. That's why it's called Maps.
People overinflated the idea of Supreme and made it what it is today. But like, it's a skate.
That's what I hate. That's
what I hate
about skating now.
They ruined the brand. Yeah.
What is it now, though?
The fashion industry is taking over skating, and I hate that.
Right.
It's in the Olympics now.
Yeah. Like, what is Supreme now?
It's on Essex Street.
Because I see everyone wearing it, but I know it's supposed to be expensive brand, but I never, like, what is it? I'm asking you guys legitimately, like, what is Supreme now? Like,
what do you mean?
Who does it cater to? Like, who does it cater to, though?
Caters to hype beast now because it's a money train. It's $1 billion business now.
Okay, so it caters to what type of people though? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, is it a fancy brand now? Does it still cater to skater kids?
I feel like my personal opinion, it caters to herbs that have a lot of money that are willing to spend $100, $200 on shirts and not realize like when I buy things, I understand what I'm buying. I understand the brand. I understand like what their point was or their part of the brand. You know what I mean? I don't spend money because it's just cool and it's expensive.
Right.
Yo,
that's what I hate right now with the skating stuff. We see people wearing Thrasher sweaters. They don't skate. Thrasher's a skate company. You see people wearing.
It's like I just bought
a skate company.
I bought a shirt that's coming this week. I bought it like 3 months ago. I told my wife, and she kind of looked at me crazy. It's called Warren Lotus. This guy, he does like custom shirts 101, and so he does this it's like really exclusive. And I ended up spending like $100, but I could sell the shirt for like $300. Because like what he does is he does partnerships with like the NBA and the NFL, things like that. And he'll design the shirt and it's like 101. Like the one I got is like the old Nets colors, the very sky blue.
With with the like red.
Then it has the Kevin Durant, the Grim Reaper on it. And it just says the Fear the Reaper.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah. So that's like cool. He'll come out with the idea and he'll sell like a couple hundred of these shirts, but every one is exclusive to the person that bought it. So like mine is like for me. So it took me like 5 months. It's been like about 5 months. I just got the email the other day saying they just shipped it.
Ah, nice.
I paid for it months ago.
Yeah. So what you're saying is you don't wear stuff for back brands unless you know about it.
Yeah, I gotta know about it. I gotta understand. That's like Supreme. It's like, you know what I mean? Like Supreme was cool like back in like 2000.
Yeah.
It's not
and like
cool.
To me, the brand, my favorite brand, Chocolate skateboards.
Yeah.
Like I wear that all the time. And I see this one kid a couple years ago, I was working, he walked in to order a smoothie or whatever. He had a chocolate shirt. It said chocolate. And I was like, oh, you skate? And I was like, I see your chocolate shirt. And he's like, oh, I just like a chocolate. Like he was talking about the actual damn candy though. He didn't know what the hell he was wearing. I was like,
Yeah, you were like, oh,
that ruins it. Cause like yo, like when you see somebody like yo, that's an Il Supreme shirt, and then like you start. That's how friendships are made. Cause it's like, oh, you skate, I skate. Like yo, like cool. You know what I mean? And then you go off and like you hang out at the skate park. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever shit. You become friends. It establishes relationships with people.
Yeah.
When you're able to sit there and synchronize the reality of why that thing is the way it is, you're able to like connect with people. So it's like,
and that's what I hate. That's what I was saying a while ago about the fashion industry taking over skating and stuff. Because now you see it in it's in the Olympics now. I miss back in the day when we were underground and people hated us. I miss that. We was to get chased by security.
Right. So that's what I was gonna ask. Supreme got away from his roots then, right? That's what I'm asking. Like, okay, it lost its identity.
I mean, they're making more money now.
Okay.
So you can't blame
them
it
like
went
that, mainstream.
Like for instance, right here, I was actually watching a video about like a documentary on Supreme, and actually a female had came up with the logo, but she did it like
it's cool.
But she did it as art pieces back like in the 60s. So this guy that started Supreme, he took it from her, but he didn't pay her like any of like the money, you know what I'm saying? Like the artistic integrity of it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, which is, she didn't care. She was like, that's what art is supposed to be. See, and then he had the brand for what it is. He had a woman, he had another female, extremely younger one during the 90s that worked for him. And she did a cross brand promotion with Supreme. And then they sold a bunch of shirts. And so she established herself. And then years later, she made something with like kind of Supreme, like the red box. This is how you know the brand got fucked up, because he ended up suing this chick for copyright infringement. And it's like, bro, like,
even though that was her shit.
The original, no, that was the chick that worked for him. She had left, and then she started another brand, but she did something with a homage to Supreme. So he went after her, and then the original person that came up with the idea was like, well, you're wrong. Like, I let you take my brand, I let you take what I made, and you made a brand out of it, but now you want to like go outside of the artistic integrity and sue somebody else for something that really is not even yours. Really, it's mine.
Yeah. That's crazy. That's messed up. Like, where'd you see that at, that documentary?
I think it was on YouTube. I'll find it, and then I'll find it in my library, and I'll send it to you when we get off.
Yeah. I'll check it out.
Yeah, we need
because they talk about that with like Harold Hunter and all that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? All the skaters at that time. You know what I'm saying? So they got them like, well, I mean, Harold, he's passed away very long time now. You know,
peace.
You know, so
I remember when he died. I was like, what the hell?
But you know, I've seen skaters though too, because you know, Ryan, and down in Astoria Park, they have skaters. They have the skate park down there. You see all the kids down there skating, doing tricks and stuff like that.
All my friends used to watch. What was that? That the CKY stuff, and like all the original stuff, like way before like Jackass or MTV, like all the CKY stuff, like that was the stuff that they were into. So like, you know what I'm saying? Like I went to school suburban kids, so you know what I'm saying? So like that's the stuff that they were into. It was just like watching like, you know, skate fail videos, and like remember the one dude that used to fight everybody? He leaped off of like 10 steps, he would like beat somebody up. He was like a ball-headed skater. I think he ended up dying. I don't remember his name.
Oh, you're talking about Mike Vallely.
That's who. Yeah, him.
Oh, he's still alive.
Is he still alive? I don't even know. But like that's what I'm saying. Like that's what
I talk to him every now and then, and actually.
Oh, you
message him on Instagram, and he actually responds. He's a humble. He's a humble dude.
No, he's a good dude. He's a great dude, but don't piss him off. Like he beat up like 4 people in a parking lot.
Yeah. Well, that's because they were talking shit. They were trying to leave.
Yeah.
The skaters were trying to leave, but they were talking shit, and they kept following him. So Mike Vallely, and they were messing with his friend. So he walked up and told him, leave my friend alone. And they said, what are you going to do? And he beat the fuck out of him.
Every last one of them. They didn't even touch him. They didn't put one hand on him.
Because I remember
he says too that he's not like that type of dude, but every time he got in a fight, it would get recorded and go viral. And he was just sticking up for people.
Wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah.
But that's what I was subjected to, like when I was young, when I had friends, when I hung out with friends, because that's what the stuff that they were into. So I was like, so that way, like I knew, like, you know what I'm saying? I know what that is. You know what I'm saying? Like that's cool. You know, like I'm not like Phil says, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not like avid. I'm not an avid like skateboarder, but I know the culture. And so I know it well enough to like have a conversation about it, a decent conversation about it. I'm not Tony Hawk by any stretch of the imagination. I can't do no tricks on a skateboard. I can ride that motherfucker though. I can get where I need to go. I can take it to go to the store, but like, don't ask me to do an ollie or like a, you know,
yeah,
heel kick or anything like that. Like, forget about it, bro.
What about Fox skating? That's still around? Because Ron, you remember David? David always had the Fox skate stickers everywhere in his room, and he had the shirts and everything.
That's FMX. That's freestyle motocross.
Oh, that's motocross.
Okay. Motorcycles.
Because he always had Fox things all the time, and he's in the skate.
That was still action sports. I know Fox. Right. I like that brand. I used to wear the gloves for when I used to play baseball. They were big old chunky like motorcycle gloves, but I used to bat.
Okay. Yeah, see, I'm learning something new every day on this show.
That's why I get into Billionaire Boys Club and things like that. Those are all skaters. Like for us, the skater original, you know what I'm saying? That's his brand, but me, it's a matter of fact.
Boys Club,
remember Stevie Williams, right, Jared?
Yeah, DGK, Dirty Ghetto Kids.
Nah, he killed somebody. He's in jail in Chicago. He's done.
Who?
Stevie Williams.
No, you're thinking of Terry Kennedy.
Oh, that's what it is. My bad. Mm-hmm. It is Terry Kennedy. Yeah.
Stevie Williams, he's the one who made DGK. He's from Philly. But yeah, Terry Kennedy from Compton, he got in a little scuffle. He knocked a dude out and he fell and hit his head and died.
Yeah, he hit him.
And that dude was actually a humble guy too. So that's a shame that happened to him. He's a nice dude. He just fucking
That's why I get scared. That's why I get scared. If I seen a kid do that to another kid, he killed him. He punched him in the head.
Yeah, like
he hit him right in the temple.
You never know when in a street fight, if he hits the dude, he knock him out, and he falls and hits his head. You just murdered dude. You should have knocked him out in the grass.
Yeah, no, because I seen something the other day. Some landlord was having some problem with a tenant, and the tenant came out like, not to kill him. He just, get out of here.
I think I know what you're talking about.
And the guy fell down the stairs. And
he fell down the stairs. He died. Yeah,
he died like on the spot. Now that's murder, right? Is that murder?
The dude didn't pay his rent, right?
Yeah, he didn't.
Did he touch him?
Rent.
Did he push him?
Yeah, like he came out like, get off away from my door.
He did it intentionally. Yeah, it wasn't an accident by any means.
Yeah, but. Okay, I don't want to defend nobody like that, but what I'm saying is, even though he didn't intend to murder,
exactly, and that's what Terry Kennedy did. That's what Terry Kennedy. He just punched the kid, knocked him unconscious. He fell and hit his head and died.
Wow.
Well, I think what it is it'll be like the initial charge will probably be murder, but they'll plead out.
The manslaughter, right?
Manslaughter.
I hope they do, man. I mean, it's a shame that he killed him, but Terry Kennedy, he's actually a really humble kid. He's
it's not intentional. You don't seek out to murder somebody.
And that was his friend too. They had just spent the night in the hotel together because they were traveling skating.
See, that's
and I guess they went back to leave, right? And they got in an argument, and then he hit him.
That's crazy.
See, that's different. But see, that's the thing. When you have rage or something, I'm guilty of that because I have really bad temper, and sometimes you never know. Just in an act of rage, you might just throw somebody or something, that person dies, man, and that changes your life in a heartbeat. I mean, things are just, I need that mentality where I just kind of just relax. That's why I do the show.
That's why I just stopped caring.
Right, and I agree with you there. I like that mentality to stop caring, bro.
I
like it.
Unless it's something like that's something that's serious is happening.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That where I'm forced to like have to be like an animal about it. But like I'd rather just chill and just be like cool. Like, you know what I mean? We could talk. You could talk about a problem. You could talk it out.
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, unless it's you know what I mean? Unless it's like murder or like you know what I'm saying? Like somebody beat up your sister or like, you know what I mean? Or somebody tried to rape somebody in your family. Like if it's not one of those three things, like anything you could talk it out. It can be manageable. It can be fixed.
And real quick, is it me or am I getting older faster? But I realize too, where I have a thing now where it's like, if I'm so angry about something, I always say, because you ever go to sleep, you sleep on something. And you wake up the next day and that problem, you're like, wait, why was I even mad about that? Like you let the emotions out. It's so true. Like I just sleep on stuff now.
I would tell the story, and I mean, like I know it's a family story, but it is funny though.
Yeah,
we were my friends, and my friend, I remember we was after school, and my friend was like, "Yo, like somebody tried to like touch my girlfriend because she went to a different school." So like, yo, let's go get him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess he was aggressive with her or something like that. So like they had like bats in the car and shit. And like we was gonna like go over there and fuck this kid up. And so my man was like, "Whoa, let's smoke a blunt before we go over there." So I'm like, "All right," because we were in high school. You know what I mean? So we all smoked, and we get in the car. We're driving over to this girl's crib. And by the time we got there, we're just like, "Yo, like we don't even want to really do this no more."
right.
So, like, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
You know, right, Jared? Like, it's just like kind of like give up.
I don't smoke weed, but I knew
you know what I mean, though.
Like, you mellow you guys out.
Yeah, you mellow out. You're just like, why are we even mad?
Why are we? What were we even doing there? Yeah, what was the point? Yeah. What were we thinking? Yeah, it's that. And as I get older, I realized that you just sleep on something for the night, and you kind of just forget even. Now, when I argue with my girl or anything like that, we could argue, and then the next day wake up like nothing happened, and everything's right back to normal. We good to go. We don't even bring it up.
It's funny things too. Sometimes I kind of like the other day. Well, it's been actually a couple months from this little story, but me and my wife, we were arguing in the kitchen. And we were a little loud, and I was eating I think Chips Ahoy's, like little chocolate chip cookies. I was eating those. We were fighting, and I was dipping it in the milk, and I was about to bite it, and as she was yelling at me, and then my cookie broke, and it fell and splashed all over the thing. And so we just looked at each other and started laughing, and we were done fighting.
That breaks the tension, and that's it. It's like, what are we doing? Like,
you just sleep on stuff, or something funny happens.
Yeah,
nothing really that serious, unless like Ron said, it's like some crazy shit. But
other than that, now you could just sleep on stuff.
Life's too short.
That's what they say. When you take the emotions out of something, that's when you could. Now, if you sleep on something, you wake up and you're still pissed off. Then it's like, all right, this might need to be addressed.
What did I hear? I heard about like the 48-hour rule.
Okay, like, what they say, 2 days.
Yeah, like if you like the first day you're gonna be angry, the next day you'll be hurt, and by the day after that, you should be like it should be out of your system completely.
Okay, I believe.
Yeah, I've never been mad about a certain situation more than at least maybe a couple hours at that.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, not a whole damn 2 days. If you're pissed off about something for 2 days, you need some help.
Really,
well, I mean, it's not. But I'm saying the first day is being pissed. The second day is like you're going hurt. You're not pissed anymore. You're hurt, and you're going over your head like, how did this happen? And by the time you resolve that in your brain, it's, you know what I mean. It's like now you kind of like get, all right, you know what I'm saying. It's time to just fuck on. You know what I mean? Like, so
yeah.
I want to say rest in peace to. I lost another coworker yesterday. Rest in peace to my friend Nelson Gomez. He passed away yesterday of a heart attack coming from the airport. So that's my second coworker dead this year. So
in as many months.
Passed away. 71 years old. 71.
71.
Yeah. No, I haven't seen him since the COVID hit because he took like a leave because he was thinking about he didn't. His wife was
71. He should have retired.
Yeah, but you know what? He just liked to work, I guess. And he lived in Pennsylvania, so he used to do that travel every day from Pennsylvania to Empire State Building. So
I won't be me.
And then when COVID hit, I haven't seen him. So some people say he retired, some people say he took a leave, but I hadn't seen him since. But yeah, we got word yesterday he died coming from the airport. So he was in his car, I guess he wasn't feeling good, and he didn't make it. That's 2 coworkers. Yeah. Yep. So that's the thing, like sleep on stuff. Like, maybe Nelson was pissed off about something that day, and that was his last day on earth. He could have used that time to do other stuff. It's like, you don't always. Yeah, but I learned that with sports too.
I've been learning with I've been watching and reading a lot about NDEs, like near death experiences.
Oh, I love those. I have a whole book on that.
But like I noticed that like it's like when people like go like where they go, it's like whatever the problems that we have here, we're the only ones really dealing with it. Like when people are not, they don't even, you know what I'm saying? Like those ideas of being mad or whatever, that stuff goes away when,
Yeah, it fades.
I don't like saying the word.
It fades away. Like, you don't need, look what I do now. My whole routine now when the Giants are getting crushed like earlier, I had I have my PlayStation 5 going, the computer, I'll transfer over to a game. And then I'll go back to the next thing. I'll see if the Giants are coming back. And if they're getting blown out, I step away from it. I'm just like, you know what? We're going to talk about it.
That is the one thing that does piss me off for more than a couple hours is when my teams lose. I'll be jacked up the whole day.
Me too. Me too. But you know the thing is, our teams are so bad. Mine and Ron's teams is like we don't get jacked up about it because we suck. There's nothing really to get jacked up for. You guys,
I remember those days.
When it comes to the Giants, I get upset still
because it's once a week.
This is something that you could be correcting. You have a week every. It's not like baseball when you have like a bad stretch, but you're playing every day. You don't have really time to assess like what's going on, or basketball. You don't really have time to assess what's going on. Football, you have an entire week to like figure out and fix what the problem is, and they don't fix it.
They just sit on their laurels or whatever. Jason Garrett,
it's like watching like 5 years of a bad offensive line, and it's like, and they're like, we don't know what's going on, and it's like, we know everybody else knows what's going on.
We don't know why Saquon can't get a yard.
Right. So it's like, well, maybe you should watch ESPN because they have it figured out.
right. You know, but didn't Mike Mayock from the Raiders, didn't he come over from ESPN? John Gruden brought him over, right? Because he was like the ESPN fantasy guy or something, and
I think he was a coach before that, though.
Okay, because I remember they brought him over, and people were like, "What?" Because just because you're good at fantasy football doesn't mean you can run an NFL team. So it's kind of weird.
He was already in the NFL before.
Okay,
so John Gruden just got a pass, man.
No, but you see Urban Meyer, you see the memes. Urban Meyer's like, thank God that he called the NFL. Look, you know, John Gruden left some emails or whatever.
Well, it's like what I told Jared the one day. Like,
yeah,
when he was like, well, Urban Meyer. And I'm like, nah, man, because you know what? That's personal. That's none of our business.
That's personal. That's so crazy. That's dysfunction for the team.
Yeah, you got to fly home with the team, bro.
What'd you say?
That's dysfunction for the team. Yeah, it's personal, but
dysfunction because they all do it.
But nah, you gotta fly. But as a coach, though, you're the captain of that ship. You gotta go down.
So the players are probably looking at him like, damn, he don't have his head right. Where's his head at? He's over there cheating on his wife.
Right. And he's Mr. God. You ever see him? Oh, God, Lord, Brett. And then
you think grown men are worried about my coach's philandering with another female behind.
No, but grown men, but you want your coach on the plane with you going home after a heartbreaking loss.
Especially when they suck. If they suck like that, he shouldn't be at a club and shit.
Right. That's the problem. It's not so much the girl on his lap. If he had gotten on a plane and then did this in Jacksonville, I think it's a non-issue. I think it's the fact he stayed in Ohio and was dancing with some girl in the bar, and his team, he's not on the team playing after, and they lost a close game. That's the issue. I don't think it's much about what happened. It's just he had to get on the plane with his team. I never heard of that before.
I think it's because they suck too. Since they suck so bad, they're like, why is he doing this if they suck so damn bad?
Right, and he called it heartbreaking. Oh, you know, it's a heartbreaking loss. You know, so if it's all heartbroken, be with your guys on the plane. That's where I think the problem lies. I don't think it has anything to do with.
For me, I would probably agree with Ron at the end of the day.
You know why?
If they were really good and they did that, I'd be like, yeah, they're good. They're still winning.
Right.
It goes back to what I was saying about Kyrie.
It always comes back to Kyrie.
It comes to like the idea. People will sit there and they can get on camera and tell you the things that make you feel good. Doesn't necessarily mean when they get off camera, that's how they feel.
Right. And yeah, because Urban, everything with him is Lord, have mercy, Lord. And then look.
Remember, Urban Meyer is the one that recruited Aaron Hernandez and covered up all of Aaron Hernandez's discrepancies.
Oh, yeah, that was because Urban Meyer was his coach, right? And exactly. You're right. I forgot about that. Yeah. I always thought it was Steve Spurrier for some reason.
Urban Meyer is not as clean as you think. Just like you heard little rumblings out of Ohio State when he was there. He's not as clean as you think he is. And so that's when somebody shows you who they are, that's who they are. It's like you just got to have to see. I don't maybe somebody else is looking at like they're flabbergasted, like, oh my God, Urban Meyer did that. And I'm like,
right. You was
not doing anything different than what you were doing before. So
like the John Gruden email. When I heard about that, it didn't shock me. I just was bothered by it. And it didn't shock me what he was saying. Mm-hmm. My thing was
I didn't know he felt that way about things.
But does things
I was kind of taking it back.
I wasn't. But
I'm more taking it back.
Like every other guy, white guy that's from that era, and they're all these rich white men from that same era in the emails talking.
But
it didn't shock me. I mean,
the problematic issue is this. I feel like you can sit here and talk about like Michael Sam and you talk about Roger Goodell, and you know that you're one of your best defensive players just put his life, his personal business out there and told the world that he's an active
member of the gay community.
NFL, and he's he's openly gay. And you know what I'm saying? Like he's transitioning into being in the public life fully in the way he should be and feel comfortable with.
Hell of a player.
And to know that
hell of a guy.
Your coach is homophobic.
Yeah, but I
guess some racist emails too, though, didn't he?
The Michelin tires.
I'm not even touching on
the Michelin tires bit.
Yeah, Michelin tires.
I'm not even touching that yet. Like I'm just saying, like just the fact that your player, you just had a player that because it's like what racism you deal with it because it's like you know what I mean. You know we not allowed to hide who we are.
No.
Like these people are live in fear and they hide who they are for years. And it takes a lot for them to come out and be like, all right, you know what I'm saying? Come out to the family, come out to the friends. And then be on that level on the platform of the NFL and be like, hey guys, I'm a homosexual. I have relationships with men. Like this is my lifestyle. Like, you know what I mean? This is who I am. And then to have your coach just like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, so now we're just drafting queers. We're gonna have queers in the NFL and all this other shit. Like, yo, bro, like, what, you know what I mean? Like, imagine the site. That's why I said what I said in the group chat the other day when James was like, "What team's gonna be?" I'm like, no, bro. Like, Nasib he had to take a leave of absence because that's too much. You put a lot of investment into your coach, and you realize that he doesn't even care about you.
No,
that's a lot.
Even though those emails are from years ago,
that sentiment stays the same. It doesn't matter.
No, exactly. But sometimes, but remember, you could be racist, and then all of a sudden one day you're in the same room with a black person or whatever, and you say, and then you become friends, you form, and you say, wow, I was completely wrong. So maybe he thought about Nassib, he met Nassib, and he said, this is a great dude. I don't care if he's gay or not. What I said back then was 10 years ago. I didn't know gay people back then. I didn't know, I wasn't personally involved with somebody.
I don't think it was 10 years ago because all this stuff was as recently as 2 years ago.
Now that's okay. That's different. That's different.
It started 10 years ago, but I mean, like it's been spanning over 8 years, almost.
Yeah, that's different.
So obviously, you've had your. But I've had people sit there and say, like, it's like racism, right? Like you have white people that are just like, well, you're okay for a black guy. You're not the N-word. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not. Those guys are N-words, but you're an okay for a black guy. It's still racism.
Oh, I hate when. Oh, I hate. Remember they asked it like. All these rednecks, these Ku Klux Klan, they said, who's your favorite basketball player? Michael Jordan. They said, but he's black. Oh, no, but he's different. What makes him different? I don't get that.
He's not a black person.
No, he's not black. He plays basketball. He's different. So wait, what makes it just is ridiculous. But I'm just the only thing I would say, maybe he didn't have an opportunity to get to know someone that was openly gay until he met Nassib, and maybe they had a great relationship. And if you
I don't know about that because you know what? He's had black players this entire time and still said racial shit.
His explanation was he calls Michelin tire people who lie.
That's true.
Stop it.
He says that's for people who
lie. You got players. Keyshawn came out and said,
"Yeah, he did.
I knew this for years."
He said, "I knew he was a fraud forever."
You all said I had ego problems, and then I was this flashy wide receiver, and then I was unmanageable and all this other stuff.
Yeah,
he was the problem the entire time.
But didn't Keyshawn win a Super Bowl with him?
Yeah, he was on that team.
He was on that Super Bowl team.
Yeah, but they never got along.
No.
That just goes to show you how look at Jordan, man. Jordan went against the entire Bulls organization. They still won championship. So it don't matter. Like you can still get the job done. It's just the fact that that you're dealing with a person that does not care about you because either who you decide to date or what color skin you have. And that's the problem of racism. Racism isn't just like a blatancy issue. This is why Colin Kaepernick is important, right? Because money masquerades racism, and you can manipulate the game by having secret meetings about what you want to do with certain players and certain people and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? But in the forefront, you could never say the N-word ever in your life. But that racism is still deep rooted in the money, and that's the problem.
The money.
And this is what Colin Kaepernick is like. This is what he represents. It's not even the kneeling anymore. It's representing the fact that you played for $1 billion, multi-billion-dollar industry year in and year out. And these people that run the offices and run the back, you know what I mean, behind the scenes, all this stuff, they have no regard for Black people. They have no regard for people of gender or sexuality or whatever you want to call it, LBGTQ. Whatever,
all
you know what I'm
those
saying?
Letters
like,
built, yep.
Yeah, like they have no regard for these people. They just know how to monetize it. They know how to sit there and say, you think, you know what I'm saying? They don't care about, you know what I mean? Like they care about women as far as money, but it's like, that's it. But we'll do the pink ribbon for you for
breast cancer.
But really, they don't care. They don't give a shit. You see, as soon as they may have female refs, people are like, oh, why we have girls as refs? Like, come on,
right. Or like, look, I didn't realize when they do when I didn't realize when the Army people or the military's there for the ceremonies that the military has to pay the NFL to be there or something like that. I didn't even realize.
Really?
That.
Yeah.
When the Army comes and does like the flag and
they have to pay the NFL.
They do the salute to service. The salute to service games and shit.
Yeah.
They charge them for that. The military gets charged for that.
It's insane to even think about something like that, right? I mean,
what the hell?
It's bad business, bro. It's like I told you, it's slave master mentality.
It is.
They buy and sell players for flesh. You know what I'm saying? Like they make them do crazy things. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they ostracize them if they don't do what they perceive as the brand or the fraternity,
the shield, as they call it.
The shield.
Shield. We're protecting the shield.
Yeah.
Michael Sam was going to be a good player if he had a chance, by the way.
It's like my boy Trev, man. It's like my boy Trev. He played in the NFL. He played for the Bears. And he had an issue. This is back when Urlacher was on the team. And
that bad person, by the way.
He was a
bad guy.
He was a free safety. And so this is when he was breaking it down to me, he broke it down where it's like the marginalization of like what players are superior to other players is very slim. Where it really comes down to is politics. Like my man could have had a full-fledged long career. The problem was Lovie Smith didn't like my man. So he put him on second string and third string. And he, you know what I'm saying? He did the work. He did everything. He went to the meetings. He was there. He was one of the first people there at the facility.
Yep.
He was the last person to leave.
Sometimes it doesn't matter, man.
It doesn't matter what you do. It's about the fact that like if a play like Lovie Smith, the dude that he played before my friend, they had like a weird, like they had like a friendship or something like that, like outside of that. So he was just like, yo, I'm gonna throw him in there. So like, you know what I'm saying? We sit here and like, no, there's bad players. Like Dan Orlovsky was a bad quarterback.
Oh, he was. You know what? You cannot talk about any quarterback.
But I'm saying, as far as like the marginalization between like, you know, a lot of different like positions, like other positions, they're very slim. Because like you see it, like you see how like Josh Norman was elite. But then once Josh Norman started like having the beef with Odell and all this, like Josh Norman is not elite anymore.
No, he's like a regular cornerback now. It's like, and look at Richard Sherman. Once that Legion of Boom stuff was over, he was like a regular cornerback.
He's regular. He's not. You know what I mean?
No, there was nothing special about it.
There's only a couple. That's Darrelle Revis and Deion Sanders. Those are the only ones that superseded everybody. It didn't matter where they went.
Yeah, Revis Island and Deion. Yeah,
it
was them too.
Yeah. You know,
them too, for sure. 100%.
Real quick, let me get that thumbnail because I'm about to take off right now.
Yeah, Dodge.
Yeah, I gotta get some food.
Dodge about to be down 0-2 right now. So let's
come on.
I'm messing with you, Jared.
Where should I put got my Puig? You guys ain't got nothing to hold up?
Not today.
No, I ain't got nothing going
on. I got my hand sanitizer.
I ain't got nothing going on right now. I got my NY. That's all I got.
That's it.
All right. I got it.
Send me that
I'm gonna take off
thumbnail. Jared, good luck tonight.
I know. We got Scherzer now.
I hope you guys win though for the ghost of Jackie Robinson for him.
No, but he didn't play in LA.
Still a Dodgers.
Brooklyn. Yeah, still a Dodger.
Yeah, Brooklyn Dodgers. But no, all right. Jared, you know I gotta say something, but yeah.
I know. He's a Dodger.
Yeah, he's a Dodger. No doubt about it. No doubt about it.
I might have a job this week. I might not be. I might be employed. So, but like we need to.
Good luck. Good luck.
Yeah, I was supposed to have an interview at 6. She texted me and told me that she postponed it until tomorrow. I was supposed to have a Zoom call, but it's no big deal.
Good luck.
Good luck
with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I have a radio interview tomorrow. So
you don't plug nothing. Like you don't send us nothing. Like watch me on the radio. Like we're just like it's like we don't exist in the world. Like we just I
can't share anything.
You're right. You're banned. You're right. But like
you're still banned on Facebook
until tonight. Until like 11 o'clock tonight. It's 11 o'clock tonight.
On that day when we got in the thing on Facebook, we got in an argument with that one dude.
Sacrifice himself for you. Unbelievable.
Yeah, it hasn't been 30 days.
30 days is today. I finally get unbanned tonight at 11. 11
Jared
o'clock.
got you on some shit, and then he's still posting, chilling, and you in some shit. Like it's crazy.
Tell the guy to go drink bleach though.
I love y'all, man.
I love you guys too.
Have a great night.
Great show.
You guys too.
We gotta be consistent, man, and we gonna keep this going.
Yeah, for sure. So
love you guys.
Go Dodgers.
With no one else.
Go Dodgers.
Go Dodgers. Go Dodgers. Go Dodgers. Later,
all right,
guys.
All right, later.
Send me the thing, Jared.
I will.
Later.